The mirrors shattered into darkness and they fell. The world spun violently, then stilled, and when they opened their eyes, the forest had changed. The sky was red, the trees blackened and twisted, and the air pulsed as if it were alive. The pendant in their hand was cold now, its faint hum completely gone. Behind them, a voice broke the silence. "Welcome back." They turned and froze. The faceless figure stood there, its lantern flickering faintly. But this time, it wasn't alone. Dozens of hollow figures emerged from the shadows, all of them faceless. Their bodies moving in perfect sync with theirs. They recognized those movements. They were theirs. The faceless figure tilted its head. "The ones who came before you. The ones who chose." Wrong. Before they could speak, the ground trembled, and in the distance, the well forced itself out of the earth once more. Its chains were gone, its runes erased. It was open. From its depths came a darkness that moved like living smoke, and from within the darkness, a scream tore through the forest. They saw their bleeding double again, dragged toward the well by unseen hands, clawing at the ground. "Help me," it screamed, its voice raw with terror. "Don't let it take me." The faceless figure raised its lantern. The double's voice cut off instantly, and it vanished into the darkness. "Every choice has a cost," the faceless one murmured. "Yours was only the beginning." The ground split open beneath their feet, and they fell. When they landed, they weren't in the cathedral. They were in a vast room of mirrors. Every mirror reflected a different version of themselves, some twisted and broken, others crying, and some smiling with an unnatural calm. At the center of the room stood the child, the same child from before, no longer crying. Its eyes were empty, its face cold, and in its hands was the pendant. "Give it back," they whispered. The child shook its head. "It was never yours." The mirrors shook violently, and from within, countless versions of themselves began pounding at the glass. Their faces pressed against it, mouths moving in silent screams. Then one mirror shattered, and a reflection stepped out, bleeding, broken, trembling. It grabbed their arm. "Please," it begged, its voice cracking. "Take my place. I can't do it anymore." The child's voice echoed in the endless chamber. "Choose. One of you leaves, the other stays forever." They looked around at the countless mirrors and the bleeding reflection still clinging to them, and a horrible truth sank in. This wasn't a prison. This was a door, and it demanded a sacrifice. The faceless figure's lantern dimmed. "You can escape," it said, "but if you leave, another must stay in your place." The bleeding reflection screamed, begging louder, clawing at their clothes. The child stepped closer, holding out the pendant, its glow like a dying star. "If I don't choose?" they asked, their voice trembling. The faceless figure tilted its head. "Then the well chooses for you." The mirrors around them shattered one by one, and from each broken shard, hands reached out, dragging, pulling. Voices filled the air, screaming, laughing, whispering in perfect unison. "We remember. We were you. Now it's your turn." The bleeding reflection was seized by unseen chains and dragged backward into the nearest mirror. Its screams were cut short as it was swallowed whole. The child's small hand reached up, offering the pendant one last time. And they understood. They took it. Light and darkness collided in a single burst, and everything went silent. When their vision cleared, they were back at the edge of the forest. The world was quiet, the sky normal, the well gone. And then, in the distance, they saw a figure step out of the trees. The child! It held the pendant and smiled with their smile. And in their own voice, it whispered, "Your turn is over. Mine has just begun." The forest swallowed it whole, and the silence that followed was worse than any scream. For a moment, they thought it was truly over. But deep down, beneath the quiet, a laugh echoed low, endless, and knowing. And then there was nothing. The cycle had claimed another.